Today we're going to talk about what happens when you combine the two most powerful methods of weight loss, fasting and ketosis. I'm going to share with you how I was able to make this transformation through one meal a day and being in a ketogenic diet. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Deanna Joy and I've lost over 110 pounds on my weight loss journey. I've lost the majority of my weight while eating one meal a day, also known as the one meal a day fast, which is fasting for 20 hours a day or more and eating in a 4-hour eating window. It's just a method of time restricted eating. It's not exactly always one meal a day. I'm just condensing all of my calories into a shorter eating window, as there are plenty of metabolic benefits to this, which I will talk about throughout the video. I lost the majority of my weight with Keto OMAD, making this transformation, and my overall weight loss journey, I made this transformation using a combination of keto, calorie counting, high protein, low carb kind of diets, or the regular 3 meal a day diet. But I found the most success with Keto OMAD. So if you're interested in learning how to lose weight through Keto OMAD or through OMAD in general, or about fasting and using the advantage of your metabolism to help turn you from a sugar burner to a fat burner, make sure you hit that subscribe button, as I'm living proof of how this metabolic switch has made me successful on my weight loss journey. And like the video, guys, because that act definitely helps me out. So let's jump into it, shall we? One meal a day and ketosis, how you can combine both diets for quick and effective weight loss. I know the ignorant say you can't spot reduce, but when it comes to shrinking that belly fat, shrinking that visceral fat, intermittent fasting and all methods of fasting has been responsible for leaning out my stomach. My waist was at a 44 inches when I first started my weight loss journey, and it got down to 27.5 inches. And I've heard many people on their weight loss journey where they've lost a lot of weight, but they still have that stubborn belly fat. Now, fasting is powerful in that it helps reduce the circumference of your waist, it helps increase fat burning, and it helps to increase the production of ketones. Now, that is important to note because the production of ketones is basically the production of fat burning. Without fat burning, there is no ketones being produced. The cellular benefits of intermittent fasting and fasting in general goes further on. It increases DNA repair, it increases autophagy. It also increases the health of your mitochondria. Mitochondria are the powerhouse of our cells, and it's basically responsible for producing energy. And mitochondria actually prefer to use ketones as energy. And what you need to know about the mitochondria is that it is actually the underlying cause for a lot of diseases to this day. So fasting helps repair our mitochondria, which is important for anti-aging effects and for overall cellular health and longevity. Intermittent fasting also decreases glycogen stores and decreases blood sugar within our blood, which is so important when it comes to weight loss. When you condense your eating window, you get greater metabolic effects. The same diet that you have throughout the day, let's say you're eating 1,500 calories and you're having it in 3 meals throughout the day, a big normal eating window, where if you take that same 1,500 calories and eat it in a condensed eating window, you will get more metabolic benefits because you are not consuming any calories for a greater portion of the day. And that is where fasting has its power. So a smaller eating window leads to a greater metabolic effect, which is going to help people out there who have been struggling with resistant weight loss, who've been struggling with weight that is so hard to get off. And these metabolic benefits include reduce in waist circumference. Fasting, again, targets that belly fat. Reduce in visceral fat. Reduction in total body fat. Decrease LDL cholesterol, and so much more. Now let's get into the topics of ketones. Ketones are produced around 17 hours of fasting. Now, this is where the power of combining OMAD with keto comes to play. The longer you're in ketosis, the longer you are switching your body from a sugar burner to a fat burner. When your body makes that metabolic switch, it becomes a fat burning machine. That's why with keto, you see great results. You throw it in with OMAD, you even see greater results. Now, the thing about ketones is that they are a biological compound that's produced in the liver. It's produced in the liver when our blood sugars get to a low point, and then our body makes that switch from using ketones as energy as opposed to the food we eat from external sources. So our body depends on itself for energy through the process of creating keto. Ketones are a powerful thing in that they are basically an alternative fuel source. And not only that, they have repair mechanism powers to them. They have regenerative powers. Ketones go into tissues, specifically neurological tissues. I am dealing with a concussion from a car accident. So it has the ability to help heal neurological tissues, which is going to benefit people who may have a family history of neurodegenerative diseases. And not only neural tissue, it goes through all tissues. So there's a healing effect to ketones, not just a fat burning effect. Also, the longer you're in ketosis, your memory and mood increases. Why is that? Because when ketones are produced, it also produces the neurotransmitter GABA. And GABA is a neurotransmitter that is responsible for anti-anxiety effects, and it gives you a calm feeling. And GABA is the reason why people have that good mood when they fast, because I know when I do prolonged fast or I fast for a long time, I get a boost in my mood. And GABA and ketones are correlated together, and that the increased production in ketones allows you to increase GABA. Not only that, ketones target the hypothalamus of the brain. And the hypothalamus of the brain is responsible for giving out hunger hormones. So guess what ketones do? Ketones target the hypothalamus of the brain and tell it to reduce those hunger cues. That's why I say keto OMAD is a joke, because when you're deep into ketosis and you're deep into the fasting schedule with 20 hours of fasting, with OMAD, you reduce your hunger. There is absolutely no hunger when you do keto OMAD, and this is the reason why. It's because ketones go in the brain and shut off those hunger cues. It actually reduces your appetite. Just the power of ketones doing that, and not only that, the power of fasting that automatically shrinks your stomach. That's why when people do keto OMAD, some people or a lot of people have the problem where they cannot get in enough calories. And this is where you have to be aware. The way I went around that was that I would have high calorie dense foods. I would have straight fats, straight oils like avocado oil. I would have dark chocolate, because usually when I do keto OMAD, I would have my one meal and then I would be too full to have more. So in order for me to increase my calories to an amount that I want it to, so 1200, like some days I'll let it go. And that's why I was able to do 600 to 800 calorie days. But I don't want to do that every day. You want to get up to 1200 calories for most women. And for men, you want to get up to 1800 calories. Now it's harder for us women because women can't eat as much as men. Trust me, men can eat way more than us women in keto. So it's important to have straight fat. So the way I handle that problem, when I have no hunger at all, I have my dark chocolate, my 95% Lindt dark chocolate, I have my almond butter, and I throw in some coconut oil, and that straight fat helps me get my calories from like 600 to 800 to 12 to 1400 calories per day. So that is the power of that. Ever notice like when you're at work and you have your lunch, and then after your lunch, you're just so sluggish and tired, and you're just looking at the clock, waiting for that clock to get to 4 o'clock or 3 o'clock or 5 o'clock or whatever time you end work? There's a reason behind that. The energy source that you get with ketones is more of a consistent, steady state. So you feel like the same energy throughout the day. Whereas when you get your energy from carbohydrates, your energy kind of peaks and goes down. Have you ever heard of like the sugar crash in the afternoon or the carb crash? Well, that's because of it. Your energy states go up and down. That's because your blood sugar is spiking up and down. And with ketosis, when you're in a state of fat burning, that is leveled off. Why? That's because your blood sugar is at a steady state. So It's when your blood sugar goes all over the place. It affects people's moods. It makes you sluggish and tired. Trust me, I've noticed that when I would just eat 3 meals a day and I would have carbohydrates. We've all noticed that. So that's another benefit to being in ketosis, is that the energy state is steady and you just feel better. I feel better when I do keto. I just feel infinitely better. That's why I guess I've had more success with losing weight using keto, whether it be keto on its own or keto OMAD, than I have with introducing the traditional, introducing carbs. Now, I'm not a carb hater. I want to be a bodybuilder. I want to build muscle, and muscles need carbs. But when it comes to cutting and losing weight, I love being in ketosis. It just makes my life easier. The hunger gets crushed, you get the healing benefits, you get the boost of GABA, you just feel good because of the neurotransmitter GABA, your anxiety goes down, you just feel like you're over the moon like I'm feeling right now. I just love how I feel in ketosis. That's why I'm a big advocate of keto OMAD, and that's why I'm fighting to get back into keto OMAD, because it's just the easiest way for me to lose weight. So yeah, that is the power of combining keto with OMAD. With keto and OMAD, keto crushes that hunger. And I just explained to you why it crushes that hunger. It goes into the hypothalamus and tells it to shut off the hunger hormones. It boosts your mood. You get the GABA neurotransmitter. You feel good. You're in fat burning, so you're going to see that scale go down. You see a consistent trend with the scale. Yes, it will hold. That's normal. That's because your body's going to hold on to water, but you'll look in the mirror and you'll see that you're leaner. Like, being in ketosis just makes weight loss easier. Combine it with OMAD, it's weight loss on steroids. So I highly recommend people try it. People think that doing keto is a sacrifice. It's not a sacrifice, keto OMAD. It actually makes weight loss infinitely easier. It's just powerful in that aspect. So the proper way to do keto OMAD, I'll touch on this quickly. I know I said in a couple of videos that it's okay to have cream. Well, guess what? I've been experimenting, and the way I lost the weight with keto OMAD, I did not have any coffee for the majority of it, and I did not put cream in my coffee, and I didn't have any artificial sweeteners. I've been having artificial sweeteners lately, and in the last few days, I've eliminated the artificial sweeteners and I have eliminated coffee, and it has made my energy and it has made doing keto OMAD much more simpler. So this is the proper way you do it. You need to have your electrolytes. First thing in the morning, I was slacking out on that. I have to continue to do the things I did before to get these results. So number one, have my electrolytes in the morning. A big hot cup of sodium and potassium and sodium bicarbonate, also known as baking soda. Then I would have my multivitamins, my vitamin C, my vitamin D. I would take whatever vitamin, enzyme Q10, these are for migraines, stuff like that, whatever I needed. Then I would have tons of water, go on with my day. And then mid-afternoon, I would get in my exercise. I like to get in my exercise afternoon, because afternoon is when you might get a bit of hit of hunger. And again, I'm transitioning off of carb OMAD into keto OMAD right now. So I'm getting that hunger. When I'm deep into ketosis and deep into keto OMAD, there is no hunger at all. But get my workout in the afternoon, and then I'm in my routine, have my electrolytes if I need it before my workout, and then right before I break my fast, you weigh yourself. Why do you weigh yourself right before you break your fast? Because that is your weight, where your weight is going to be the lowest, and that is where your weight is going to be the most consistent, right before you break your fast. Now, if you can't do it, find a time per day that you're going to do it consistently, and it will be okay. You'll still get the accurate results, just for those of you who can't. And then I have a small snack. Or if I'm doing a true OMAD day where I'm eating within an hour eating window, I'll have my whole plate of food ready to go and I eat. I prefer to do like the snack stacking kind of OMAD, where I have the small 400 calorie meal, wait about an hour or two, and then have the rest of my calories, because that's going to teach me how to portion control properly. But on other days, I might throw in the real OMAD where I have all the calories in one. But yeah, that's like a quick rundown on how to properly do keto OMAD. You gotta make sure you have your electrolytes, you gotta make sure you have your water. If you wanna crush hunger, apple cider vinegar is great for that. And apple cider vinegar is a prebiotic, which is great for gut health. Prebiotics are basically foods that help your gut microbacteria. I gotta do a video on that, but doing this video was very difficult because my recall right now is challenging with the concussion. But I powered it out for you guys. Anyway, I'm just gonna throw that out there. There are more videos on this topic that will be linked in the card above. But if you made it this far into the video, just drop in some book emojis. And I will see you guys on the other side. Don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe if you want to learn more. Anyway, take care. Bye.